Since the October 7th attacks in Israel, college campuses across America have seen an unprecedented surge in anti-Semitic incidents. According to the Anti-Defamation League, nearly 2,000 incidents were reported in 2024 alone. That's an 84% increase year over year, marking a new historic high.
So at UC Irvine, Jewish students have faced hostile chants. They've targeted flyers and ongoing campus disruptions. University leaders have responded with new conduct policies and security initiatives to protect students ahead of midterm events.
Meantime, Columbia University, we'd seen heightened security here, disciplinary crackdowns, debates over free speech, and also violent actions, takeovers of Hamilton Hall. A year of uncertainty for many on campus. Joining us now, Sivan Menachem-Godner is here, student at UC Irvine. Also, TJ Katz joins us, student at Columbia University. Welcome to you both, and thanks for coming on. Sivan, can you talk us through what you've experienced, what you've seen at your university campus, and of course, how that has evolved over these past 2 years?
Absolutely. So I came on to campus as a freshman in 2023, and within my first week, October 7th happened. It was shocking and horrifying, and I sought shelter at the Jewish community. And it was truly amazing to have, the support of the people around me. But immediately after, we saw a huge rise in anti-Semitic acts, protests, people calling for intifada on campus. And I, as a freshman, had to go out into this new world without my parents and deal with these people who were so clearly calling for the destruction of Israel, and were saying that my right to be a Zionist and to practice my faith was not allowed. So coming in as a freshman, that was really hard. And, as we've seen, I've grown through it. I've been able to deal with it more. There was an assault of a Jewish student on our campus my first year, one of my very, very close friends. And we've been able to persevere and grow through it. And we're hoping that this year we see much less pushback.
Yeah. TJ, what did you experience? And how do you feel that the universities have responded through all of this?
Absolutely. So I came in as a freshman in the fall of 2024. So I've only experienced university in a post-October 7th world. From the get-go, the moment I stepped onto campus, day one last year, there were protests and, as Sivan said, people who essentially felt like they were calling for me to not feel comfortable or be allowed to be who I am on campus. That said, I think what was really an astounding effect of everything was seeing the Jewish community come together on Columbia's campus. To be able to walk in, to have so many people who are here for you, who genuinely want you to feel safe, was undoubtedly the reassurance that every incoming student needed. As a freshman, it's very popular to rush Greek life, looking for a fraternity or sorority. And for myself, I undoubtedly found myself gravitating towards the Jewish fraternity on campus AEPI to have a safe haven, to be able to remove myself from the madness that's happening all around me and just feel safe. And from the administration side, there's no doubt that it was really a delayed response to everything that was happening. It finally feels like now, 2 years later, we have peace restored on campus and a response that feels like it should have come a long time ago.
Wow. Yeah, I'm so glad you were able to find your own sort of community on campus. That's really important. But leaders of all of these Ivy League schools, they were called to Congress and for some reason could not answer simple questions about what was going on their campus and also how inappropriately it was handled at the time. Sivan, I wanted to get to you next on this. In June, the UC system released a statement on how it's combating anti-Semitism, reading in part, quote, following October 7th, 2023, conflict spread at universities across the country, including at UC, testing the limits of our traditional approach to de-escalation and public safety. After reflecting on where we fell short and how we can do better, UC leaders have instituted comprehensive reforms and programs to promote safety and combat all forms of harassment and discrimination, including anti-Semitism on our campuses. Do you believe that your school is upholding that promise today.
Yeah, well, like TJ mentioned, it's a little bit too little too late in a lot of ways. I think after the encampment, we saw that the encampments on campus, we saw that the university didn't have our back in a lot of ways, and that they allowed this thing that was illegal and against school policies to continue. But I'm glad that they're taking steps to approach a more comprehensive plan to combat anti-Semitism. We have not seen anything as grand or as anti-Semitic as the encampment yet. You know, last year was much tamer than the year before, even though it was still very, very hard to be a Jew on campus. So I think we will have to see with the growing situation, and if the protests get worse, if the UC has actually changed their system for dealing with it.
Yeah, certainly. Something has to change. This can't go on like that. Savon, TJ, thank you so much. We appreciate you both coming on National Report.
Thanks, guys. All right, still to come, we'll hear from an October 7th first responder who was on the front lines 2 years ago today. He'll share a firsthand account of the atrocities he witnessed at the hands of Hamas when National Report returns.